The leader of the French gets slugged by his wench. Our video of the day comes from French President Emmanuel Macron's wife, Brigitte, caught on camera shoving him in the face before getting off a plane in Vietnam. He tried his best to play it off when he realized they'd been spotted. Macron later tried to downplay it, saying, quote, "We are scrubbing and rather joking with my wife." I know, isn't that amazing? Let's watch it again in slow motion.
Oh my God.
Yeah, here we go. Hey, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, just a playful marital love touch. But here's how you know it's real. As they're getting off the plane, Macron offers his arm to help her walk down the stairs. She doesn't take it. She walks right by him. That's all you need to know. So what were they really fighting about? Who knows? Couples fight over all sorts of things, right? Well, just last night, my wife and I were fighting over what to have for dinner. I said I wanted steak, and she said, "Why does Larry Kudlow keep texting you pictures of his junk?" Oh. I know. But remember, they did meet when he was just 15, and she was 39, a teacher at his school. That's a difference of 24 years between a kid and a middle-aged lady. Goes to show the difference between their first lady and America's previous one. In France, it's the elder who dishes out the abuse. Tom.
Yeah.
Man, oh man.
Unbelievable.
Man on man.
Yeah. I've been watching this video all day on super slow motion, and he is a great politician because he comes back so fast. He's like... But I happen to think that she was upset because of that press conference he gave. Those jokes he was making. Play that tape, guys.
Je pense avant tout à vous.
My wife is so old. She was a waitress at the Last Supper. My wife. She is so old. She drove a chariot to high school. My wife is so old. She remembers when the Beatles were called the new kids on the block. My wife is so old. She remembers when the Mayans published the first calendar. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she's sensitive.
Yeah, I would be too. Adam, it's a complex relationship.
It is. I think that she was mad at him because, they're French and he put on deodorant. But I don't know. I mean, I think he's got some weird fetish or something because every time he shakes Trump's hand, he tries to break it. And then last week, the guy was pulling his finger.
That's right.
And then today, she gets punched. He punched in the face. Like, next week, the grandma's going to kick him in the balls.
Yeah.
It just...
Yeah, he is. He's like a slapstick president.
For real.
Yes.
But I'm not a judge. Like, one time I was making love to a girl, Greg, and she wanted me to punch her in the face. And I was like, no, I'll give you a noogie, you know? And then she was like, I have a rape fantasy. And I was like, I have a staying out of prison fantasy.
That was a wholesome story. Emily, it could just be a misunderstanding. He was saying, please don't hit me.
Exactly. There is no way that this was anything less than like a real shove, especially because right after, if it was true that he was just joking, he wouldn't have gone back to her right there and to obviously be like, bitch, people are watching. Like, don't you do that in front of everyone, right? He would have been like, oh, haha, sorry, like, and then walked down. But he went back in, and the guy that opened the doors watching them as the president is clearly, well, I should say this. I would think he was correcting her behavior, but I don't think so. I mean, clearly they're in a power differential. By the way, she was his theater teacher, and obviously, like you said, he was 15, but her daughter was in his class. How nasty is that? So he literally married his friend's mom. So I guess she's been punishing him since.
Van Halen was way ahead of its time with Hot for Teacher.
Totally. The police.
Who knew David Lee Roth could see into the future? I heard, Heather, that they were fighting because he wanted to go to the high school reunion.
Maybe.
She felt it awkward because, you know, she taught all those kids.
Yeah, she's a lot older now. And Emily made a great point that they were high school sweethearts, but not that kind.
Yes.
You know, she's the teacher. You might see this, I think, a lot, not the slapping part, but the other way around where, you know, there's a man, an older man with a younger woman. Maybe he met in college, not high school. But it's really difficult to believe that. But because she was a school teacher, maybe she's like, you stop it, you little boy. And that's just a relationship that they have, you know?
Do you think that maybe, yeah, it's been decades of role playing?
Maybe. I mean, some people, not me, but try and watch it over and over and over again to figure out, like you did, Tom, you know, what really went down here and why the attraction, you know, the laws of attraction with a woman that's that much older. But hey, good for them. She's still calling the shots around there. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And maybe she helped him, his rise to power.
Yes.
Maybe she was the driving force that helped him get to where he is today.
She is his Dr. Jill.
Yes. Yes.
And every bit a doctor as Dr. Jill. All right, well, that ended in a flat kind of way.
Well,
Yes?
she was the teacher, but he got the D.
Oh!
It was better ending.
I don't get it.
Or
but
she got the D. Either way, they
I
reacted.
knew what you meant.
Coming up, the Biden White House cocaine mystery continues.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.